EIV User Renewal, class code SS1.3, revised May 2019. EIV User Renewal. EIV User Renewal or recertification occurs twice each year, in October and April. Regardless of when you start with SHP, you are required to complete all parts of the recertification process at these times. This will keep you on the same recertification schedule as the remainder of our staff and ease the load on tracking recertification requirements for all of our personnel. In October, this is what we call the full renewal. You are required to do the cyber awareness training, sign an updated TRACS rules of behavior, complete the electronic UAAF request in EIV, and complete SHP EIV training if you have not done so within the last 2 years. The renewal in April is a partial renewal. The only item that is required is the electronic UAAF request in EIV. Failure to renew or provide all requested items will result in termination from EIV. Non-users, staff who have access to EIV information, such as the reports within the resident files, must also participate in the annual recertification and complete the cyber awareness training, the TRACS rules of behavior, and participate in SHP EIV training if not completed within the last 2 years. For any users who have access to TRACS only with no EIV access, in October you must complete the cyber awareness certificate and the rules of behavior for TRACS and EIV signed. If you have access to both EIV and TRACS, you do not need to complete these items twice. This is a sample memo that was sent out in October of 2018 outlining the items that must be completed for the October full recertification. You can anticipate something similar to be sent to you in the future as each recertification comes to fruition. The Cyber Awareness Challenge does change occasionally, and as of 2019, here is what the launch page looks like. Simply click on the link provided to you and select Launch Training. You do need to print the certificate when you've completed the training, so make sure that you are attached to a printer so that you can print that certificate, because you cannot go back and reprint it. Within the memo that gets sent out each October are the step-by-step instructions on completing that cyber awareness challenge. Does note that the training takes approximately 45 to 60 minutes, so it does take a significant portion of time. Be sure that you are connected to a printer. It is best to do the cyber awareness training on your local desktop and not the remote. You simply click on the link, select the start, and proceed with the training. When you've completed this, print and sign the certificate. Keep the original in your EIV binder and upload a copy to the EIV Employee Checklist Smartsheet. The rules of behavior. The paper version must be printed and signed. The original should be retained in your EIV binder, and a copy should be scanned and uploaded to the EIV Employee Smartsheet. Also, annually, TRACS is going to trigger you to electronically accept the rules of behavior. We cannot change the timing on this. It generally has to do with when you first registered and obtained access to TRACS. Occasionally, you may find that you go to either access TRACS in secure systems or transmit TRACS files in one site, and the system will let you know that you have been locked until you finish accepting the rules of behavior. And you simply need to sign into secure systems, click on either the TRACS or the IMAX link, and you should be prompted to accept the rules of behavior. For staff who have access to EIV, they must complete this rules of behavior form, and you'll see that it does note in the parentheses, this is for individuals without access to the EIV system. So this is specific to staff who have access to resident files or EIV reports within the files. If you have access to EIV, you do not need to sign this form. You should be signing the rules of behavior for tracks and EIV users. These instructions are split out for you on the memo, signing the tracks rules of behavior form. A, staff members who have a secure systems ID and access to view tracks. And B, staff members who do not have an ID but have access to tenant files and or EIV reports. Please be sure that you are clicking on the correct rules of behavior, signing, maintaining the original in your EIV binder, and uploading a copy to the Smartsheet. To electronically submit the EIV UAAF or User Access Authorization Form, you sign into Secure Systems, access EIV, and click Authorization Form on the left-hand side. Once that window opens, you will click on the button that says State Create New Request. You then complete the form below. If this is your recertification, under the type of action request, you will select recertification. You can then click the select button to view all of the properties you have access to and highlight multiple properties using the control button on your keyboard. The type of work is verifying income and eligibility for Section 8, and our affiliation is management agent. Finish the remainder of those fields and click Submit Request. After you've submitted the UAAF, hold tight. What we generally do is approve all of the requests on a weekly basis. We'll then send an email to everyone whose requests have been approved so that you can go back into EIV and retrieve the approved UAAF, print this to PDF, and upload it to the Smartsheet for us. So to retrieve that approved UAAF, you will go back into EIV, click on Authorization Form, and under the request selection, choose Approved and click Change View. You should then see the most recent UAAF in that list. Simply view it, click Print, choose the Foxit PDF printer, and save a copy of that to the Smartsheet for us. So these steps are outlined on the memo that we send out. We have our part 1 in submitting the UAAF, and then the second part on retrieving the approved UAAF to upload to the Smartsheet and save to your binder. If you are unfamiliar with uploading documents to Smartsheet, there is an EIV Employee Checklist Smartsheet. Smartsheet is like an enhanced Excel sheet. Either Courtney or someone else in the corporate office can provide you access to the Smartsheet if you do not have access. If you are new to the property or don't remember the password, you can reset the password by using the Forgot Password link on the login page. You'll know if the property already has a login using that email address if you try to create a new login. We unfortunately cannot reset passwords from here. Once you have logged onto that Smartsheet, you should see a column with a paper clip at the top. Find the row with your name and click in that column that has the paper clip. And this is going to give you a pop-up box to browse for your files and upload them directly to the Smartsheet. We will then receive a notification of the files that you have uploaded so that we can go review them and save those to our electronic binder here in the corporate office.